What's up, guys? Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the big to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I am actually here in my man cave, doing some stuff, getting ready. Because hold on, Ms. Money, slow down, slow your roll. Dak is beat up, but who isn't beat up right this time of the year? Let's just stop for a second here. I want you to think about last year when um, Zach Martin hurt his knee in training camp. Couldn't finish training camp. When we played against the Washington Redskins, I saw him limp off and go to the locker room. Ended up dealing with this thing all season long. This time of year, everybody, and I mean everybody, is jacked up. Markeisha, okay, here's what we're going to do.
If you only knew the backstory, but I wouldn't even put that out there.
No, you know what? This is somebody new. This is somebody new.
That was probably
Now, let me say this much. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's a difference. Okay, I want you to understand. There's a difference about what goes on between, say, me and Philly 500, we're actually friends. We go ahead and we trash each other's team and everything else, but we're actually friends. We don't make this personal on a personal level. You know, we don't talk about, the shape of somebody's head or their skin color or, their whatever. We don't do that kind of thing. And see, that's the difference of when I block people in this channel, it's for doing stupid stuff and having personal attacks. You want to tell me that my Cowboys stink, that Dak Prescott's not a good quarterback? No problem. I won't block you. But when you start coming in and making personal attacks on people, because see, that's the teenager, that's the young punk type of a deal. That's the kind of guy who can't win an argument, so I'm going to go ahead and insult you. I'm going to make myself feel better by trying to bring you down. So if that's what he feels he needs to do, okay, that's cool. But that's not what we're going to do on this channel. And see, that's originally what I said to him. If you go through those text messages, I said, listen, I like to debate football. You want to talk about numbers, you want to talk about wins, you want to talk about rings, you want to talk about, let's do that. We'll talk about sports. But see, I'm not going to go down in the gutter like that. You understand what I'm saying? And see, that's where a lot of you Eagle fans that don't have house training come in. And they do that. But understand, we have young people, kids. My buddy Joseph Heatherly, who's coming up, his grandkids actually watch the channel. 9, 10-year-olds. We have women. And see, that's the thing on some of those other channels. You may not have women actually watch your channel. And I get it that some of you guys may not actually have women or know how to deal with women. But they're not coming in to talk about your junk. They're not coming in to tell you to do stuff to their booty. That's just not acceptable. Okay? And see, the sad thing is this. I put out that video yesterday talking about the rings. I did not attack Lord Brunson. I did not say you're a freaking idiot. I didn't talk about his testicles. I didn't put pictures out there of him. Because what I was actually going to do was I was actually going to invite him to come over and watch the game together and do a live stream. That's what I was thinking about doing. And instead, he decides to go through and do that kind of stuff. See, and that's the difference. I'll have a debate with Bad Dog Sports or Philly 500 or Bird Gang. I ain't got no problem with that because we'll go ahead and take this stuff on that kind of level. But anyway, I have put too much effort behind that. But again, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Only talk about football, not family. That's what I'm talking about. Dak is so going to play. Here's the thing. From the person that I have a little conversation stuff with, Dak threw. Okay, there's pictures of Dak throwing. He's not throwing, let me go out here now at 100 miles an hour. It's kind of like, when you hear about Tyron Smith as a game time decision, he's not going out and practicing full go. Let me go out and try and block somebody because you're trying to rest it. So what they're doing with him is taking the time. The fact that he actually threw some today when they were hoping that he might do some light throwing tomorrow is actually a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing that Dak Prescott is injured, not by any stretch of imagination. But what I'm saying is he's a little ahead of where he was. And understand, Dak Prescott is a warrior.
Didn't he say he dealt with that in college?
Yeah. Oh my God. He said, he said he dealt with that.
But that's because they're doing more running.
If you've never played football, then you don't understand.
I attempted.
I had in college. I'm not anywhere near pro level or anything like that, so I'm not even going to pretend that I am. I remember, because practice is like game for us. You had to practice. But I had a problem, I guess it was a stinger, that my arm was just limp. I could not move my freaking arm. When I ran, my arm just kind of swung. You just stopped playing. You kept playing. You kept playing. Do you think that we never had a quarterback go out there hurt? Tony Romo in the Redskin game tried to come back in overtime with a broken bone in his back. When you play football, you're always hurt. You may not be on the injury report, but if you've ever been in a car wreck, playing football is like being in about 30 of them in one day. Your body is sore. Your ankles are sprained. You're getting up, taking ice whirlpools at 6 o'clock in the morning. Your body is shot. And you just build towards Sunday. Now, he's getting treatment. He's out there stretching. He's not going to probably be 100%, but that's where the team is. You think the Eagles are 100%? At the moment, they've got 2 healthy wide receivers on the roster, and Lane Johnson didn't practice today, but they said a 50% Lane Johnson is better than anybody else they have on the roster.
That's sad.
It's Chaz Green, Mike. What do you mean that's sad? 50% of Tyron Smith would be better than Chaz Green.
Well, of course it is. Anything better. Or who's the other guy on the team that plays like Chaz Green? That won Super Bowl with New England?
Shit. I can't even think of it right now. Our quarterback needs his A. Yeah, by this point in the season, everybody is banged up. It really is. And at this point, it's just like, can I cross the finish line and make it through? Think about this. This is the first time Dak Prescott's ever been on an injury report, and he's not on the injury report now. He's going to play. Cam Fleming, thank you. Yeah, Cam Fleming is doing his best impersonation of what's his name.
That's the thing with New England, though. Because the Lions coach just got fired. So.
Anyone is better than Chaz Green. Damn. Well, I hate to agree with you, but I have to agree with you on that. So that's where we are. Now, me, I got those cabinets done yesterday and took care of some other business today. So today, we're getting ready for game day. Starting now. Oh, Jet D in the house. Jet, are you coming up this weekend?
He probably is.
You're invited for the game. Joseph Heatherly will be in the house.
Hey, Bird Gang's invited too. If he's
Bird Gang? You told him that?
I don't have his phone number, so I don't know.
Okay.
I said if he's on.
Okay.
The other guy wouldn't invite him over.
Where's Chaz Green? Chaz Green has done the NFL tour. I don't know where he was. Where he is now.
He's unemployed.
Is he unemployed?
I haven't heard.
He should be unemployed.
I think he was with Minnesota for no. I don't know where he was.
So can we cuss in the chat since?
You can say whatever you want. They'll get blocked.
Why? I mean, but JJ, why? Why do we need to cuss? We can get mad, damn it, without cussing, right? You feel that you must always cuss to get your point across? Dak needs to find a way to victory mark, even though, yeah, amen. I ain't lying to you. I talked about Doug Williams in the Super Bowl, who basically screwed his knee up and played the rest of the game. I mean, you had guys like Jack Youngblood who broke his thigh bone and finished the game. You had Ronnie Lott who, they amputated part of his finger at halftime. you play. I tore my ACL and Monday I was trying to practice. And Dak is from that kind of cloth that ain't nothing stopping me. And sometimes, see, this is an opportunity to really put this game right here for both teams. Yeah, the weather favors us. It's going to be 47 degrees. Well, it favors us, and it doesn't favor us because Dak's hurt. If we're going to be passing a lot, of course, having nice weather helps. But I think you're going to see a shortened passing game. I think you're going to see more dink and dunk, which I could be okay with. Doing shorter routes, hitting the tight ends, hitting Tony Pollard, hitting Zeke Elliott, and using the run game. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. His legs are fine, but remember, he was using his legs when he hurt his shoulder. He was using his legs when he hurt his shoulder. More Zeke. Run out of bounds. And guys, that Joseph Heatherly's family will likely be watching. Yeah, true. Joseph Heatherly's family will be watching, yeah.
No, it was perfect.
You know, I tell you, this is what's funny. Because people honestly look for a reason not to pay Dak, not to believe in their eyes and stuff like that, right? So I'm coming back home last night, and I'm looking at the comments, and somebody said, "Oh my God, Dak Prescott slipped. He admitted that every other week he had a problem with that shoulder. They can't sign him to a long-term deal." I'm like, dude.
Got nothing to do with his deal. It's just a minor injury.
Carson Winston had a back injury and a knee injury, and had these injuries, has been injured 3 times in the last 4 years. Didn't stop them from signing him a contract, though, did they? Actually, there's only 2 people that are listed as limited, and Dak wasn't one of them. Basically, backups. Gifford is I think linebacker.
I don't know what.
I think Gifford was one, and I can't remember who the other one was. But no, everybody's. Hey, listen, this is Cowboys, Eagles, playoffs on the line. Everybody's showing up.
This week you're in the playoffs. You lose.
Right. Listen.
You lose. You have to.
You lose this game. It's the offseason.
No. You have to hope that the New York Giants win.
Daniel Jones is going to be starting this week. That's some cold water there.
You have to beat the Redskins and the Eagles, and the Eagles have to lose for us to be in the playoffs if we lose this week.
Oh, I guarantee you. Now, I've had some people who have commented about Jobu. And they say, get rid of the dog. He's a jinx. Well, if I had him for the last 25 years, maybe you could say that. But I've only had him since 2012.
You know what they need to get rid of?
What? Jason Garrett?
No, besides Jason Garrett. Rowdy.
Rowdy?
That's another one.
Rowdy, yeah. Let's get rid of Rowdy before we get rid of Jobu. Actually, I'm going to show you something. Okay, this is.
That's just
these are the thing. Okay, now listen. I'm going to be honest with you. Jobu, without Jobu, I wouldn't be sitting here talking doing YouTube. Okay? Seriously. I couldn't talk in public. But when I first started doing stuff with Jobu, it was easy because I would put Jobu up here and I would turn him around and I would talk behind him. And it gave me confidence. So, it's like, oh, it's easy because they're not looking at me. They're looking at Jobu. And that ended up leading to me being on the Benet Emery show. Okay. But anyway, be that as it may. The reason why people remember me is because of Jobu. Because football players meet thousands upon thousands of people all the time, right? But a guy with a voodoo doll, you remember. I'm telling you, you remember. So I've gotten a lot of autograph. You see behind me over here, all those little blue jerseys. Those are all Jobu jerseys that have been autographed, right? First one I got signed was Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith was scared of Jobu. He took the jersey from Jobu and signed it, but he's like, man, keep the voodoo doll away from him. And it was funny because my wife works with United Way, and this is when we were getting ready to do the road trip, which we ended up going through because they had to get billboard pictures for a player from every team. So I got to drive all across the country to every NFL market. And I knew that Tyron Smith was going to be the one for the Cowboys. And it was funny because I met Tyron Smith. He signs the jersey. I said, man, I love, you're a great player. I'm happy you're with the Cowboys and everything else. And I said, I'll see you next week at training camp. He's like, what do you mean you're going to see me next week? Oh, you said, you're coming back for training camp to, I was like, yeah, I'll see you out on the field at training camp. And he looked at me like, the fuck? And we were out at training camp. And after practice, we had kids out there. We did a whole photo shoot. And I said, see, I told you we were going to see you at training camp. But the interesting thing is it was 2 days after Tyron Smith got his picture with Jobu that he got his $90-some million contract. I'm just saying, it probably had nothing to do with Jobu. But let me show you something here real quick. This is my collection of autographed Jobu jerseys. Okay, we got Ed Too Tall Jones. Apparently he's not too tall. We got Charlie Waters, my homeboy, Charles Haley, Tony Romo, Emerson Walls, the Manster Randy White, Nate Newton, who used to be afraid of Jobu, but he started doing autographs, Rayfield Wright, another Hall of Famer, Darren Woodson, of course, Dak, the General Sean Lee, Bill Bates, okay, Billy Ball, Mr. First Special Team Pro Bowler, Tony Dorsett. Now here's where it's interesting, because down here is somewhat current Cowboy players. So this was the first one I got signed, Tyron Smith. 2 days later, boom, he gets his contract. I got Zach Martin, right? I got Travis Frederick, okay? And I got Lyle Collins. What's missing in here? What's missing from that? Lyle Collins. Excuse me. Lyle Collins. Oh, man. God, what?
It's Connor Williams.
Connor Williams. Jeez, I'm having brain fart. Connor Williams is not there, right? Who's not playing right now? Seriously. Everybody in the offensive line, right there. The only one not playing. Coincidence? I don't know. But Connor Williams, you might want to get a Jobu autographed jersey, because Collins has had a hell of a season, should be a Pro Bowler. Travis Frederick back in the Pro Bowl. Zach Martin back in the Pro Bowl. And of course, Tyron Smith every year in the Pro Bowl since he met Jobu. Now, I can't say for sure if Jobu had anything to do with any of it. Where are you headed?
Going to work.
Oh, Michael's going to work. Time to go to work. Time to go to work. Okay. Now, again, I can't honestly say Jobu had anything to do with any of that. I don't know. All I can do is tell you the coincidences. The day I took Tony Romo's jersey off Jobu, was the day he got hurt in Seattle. And since that time, Jobu's been wearing a Dak Prescott jersey. I just forgot Renfro. Boo this man. If Dak can't throw, I don't know, man. Yeah, I can guarantee you we can do some nice soft touches. It's a coincidence? Okay. And that may be. That may be. But you know, Jobu went to Redskins training camp this year. How'd the Redskins do? In fact, Jobu went to Redskins training camp, RG3's second year, and RG3 is waving over towards Jobu. We went to New York Giants training camp, and we photobombed Victor Cruz. He didn't do any more salsa dancing after that. I'm just saying. They're probably just coincidences. But I know this. I've walked in some bad neighborhoods in Harlem and Detroit, Baltimore, New Orleans, and I've had Jobu. Oh, in Puerto Rico too. Ain't nothing bad ever happened to me. In fact, I went to one of the worst neighborhoods in the world, Philadelphia, in that stinking stadium, full of Eagle fans at training camp, wearing Cowboys gear, and I'm still here to talk about it. Hey, Mark, new to your site last few months. Loves you. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I feel like we can use Zeke to destroy. Well, Zeke has been an Eagle killer. Zeke has been an Eagle killer, where he has gotten 115 yards on average in the 5 games that he's played. Ain't say that in different words so others can see it, okay? With the addition of Malcolm Smith, the defense, well, our linebackers are definitely banged up too. But look at the Eagles. Listen, we can't put ourselves out there and talk about how banged up we are because the Eagles, they're in worse shape. They got 2 wide receivers that are fully healthy. Lane Johnson hasn't practiced all week, and chances are he won't play. I mean, that's huge. Well, Joseph, that's what I like to think, because think about this. Cowboys are 17-5 over the last 3 years. Now, I did a video in 2016 after the Senior Bowl and said that Dak Prescott was the perfect quarterback for the Cowboys. I went to the draft, had a sign that said draft Dak, got Jobu on the stage at the draft. I drafted him. Just saying. So anybody who's a Cowboy fan that says throw him in the dumpster, he's a curse, I don't see it. He ain't going nowhere. So our D definitely needs to, you know, this is the problem. Joseph Heatherly is in Dallas on a plane now. Woohoo! Headed for North Carolina. He's going to be up here on Sunday. I cannot wait to be. I feel like I know Joseph because we have talked so many times. He's done so many things to help me. There's pieces of Joseph sitting all around the man cave here and everything. And I've never actually met him. I have one picture of him as Wyatt Earp. So he's coming to stay at my house this weekend. So that's going to be cool. Defense will be the star of the game, Mark my words. Listen, this game for Carson Wentz to try and get the monkey off his back, that he hasn't won the big games, having his team decimated. If he wins this one will put him up there as all of a sudden, you know, getting him up there like Nick Foles. If they lose, of course, they're going to trash the hell out of him. For Dak, this is one of those ones, if you're injured and you're going to Philadelphia, and if you come through and get the victory, you know, this will put you up there. You save the season. If we lose, man, don't let the coaching staff back on the plane. Leave them in Philly. Drop them off over there between Pat's and Geno's and say, have at it, Eagle fans. If you go to, listen, I have a Teespring site, Jobu's Jobu store on Teespring. If you go to the site, you can order a shirt, and if you use capital letters Xmas, you'll save 20% between now and Christmas. So actually, let me see if I can. I'll grab that for you. La da dee da 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 da. Don't forget, tonight we have our live stream 9 o'clock Eastern, and I hope you guys tune in. I was actually doing one thing I always believe in is this: you must improve yourself every single day. You cannot kick back and relax and say, you know what, we're doing good now, so we don't have to try hard. No, that doesn't work. You constantly have to get better. And as far as the YouTube, that's the Jobu store. If you use the promo, hold up. That's the promo code, Xmas. So if you want to get a Jobu shirt, you can save 20% on it. And that's the promo code, Xmas. Okay? Appreciate the support. But what you have to do is you constantly have to get better. And one thing I'm always trying to do is do that. And, you know, when you make a little money from YouTube, you put it back into YouTube because you got to continue to get better. There's so much competition out there. There's so many channels and new channels that are popping up. And now you're getting the talking heads that are coming onto YouTube. You see, of course, ESPN and Fox Sports. You see Skip, and Shannon. And, of course, you know, you see the bald one there, Stephen A. Smith. And now you're seeing guys, Mike Fisher and everybody else from 105. So you've got to give people, Mean Mug 44, you need a shout out. You've got to make sure that you stay ahead of the other guys. So what I've done, you know, I've been live streaming the games and things. So we've got the Philly cam. You know, some people have taken offense to our Philly cam where we're watching his live streams and stuff. I have a whole setup here, which is controlled over at my desk, but my desk isn't the right place to actually watch a game. So I've actually been working on getting it so it works from here. So what I've done is there's actually a lot of stuff, and I want to show you. Let's move the camera a little bit here. So normally if I'm sitting at my desk, I have this screen that's in front of the desk so I can look at it. So this would be actually the camera that's going out. This is actually like a preview of what is set up in the queue. And I can go to my media, my sound checks, or my different graphics and stuff, which is great. It works great at the desk, but if I'm live streaming here and I've got different camera angles that I want to use, I have to go back over the desk. So I've been running wiring and stuff over here. I've got another monitor that's the same as the other one over here, and I can take the controller and I can put it right here, so that way I can see everything. I can take the controller, plug it in over here. I can move all the cameras. We'll have, you know, my man Joseph Heatherly over there. We'll have Jet D. We'll have E2 Blue in the house, and we'll see a Bird Gang wants to show up, and Michael Anthony Fitness, and of course we have our microphone, which is actually like a party microphone. We can get the setting on there. So we'll be able to all kick back here, and I can play graphics if I want to, if, you know, like, you know, I want to troll Philly 500 and something like that and all that, or if I want to put in the Philly cam, I can do that stuff. So it's constantly trying to upgrade, and this basement or my man cave here has been something I've been working on for really a couple years. I envisioned this being like a real studio and a sports club, you know, where It's just like, you go to Lucky's, but with better wings. You know what I mean? Excuse me. I'm sorry. Not Lucky's. Lucky's wings are good. Excuse me. Buffalo Wild Wings, but we have better wings. But you come in, you can sit at the bar, have a few drinks and stuff, and relax and things like that. And you can sit around and watch the game, or we can go outside. So this is my dream that I've been working on for a long time. And you can see over there, thanks to Zeppelin fan on the wall, that great piece. Joseph Heatherly has given me a nice piece. Another person has given me a picture of the 73 Cowboys. So I'm going to probably in the off season do some changes to the look of this and consolidate, make it look a lot better, because I've got a lot of history that's actually in this place, and I want to make it really, really special and make it like Cowboy Central. Somebody give you some good advice in this game, watch it. That's all I can tell you. Watch it, because you're not going to know what to expect. You got Doug Peterson, who his team's back against the wall. You got Carson Wheelchair Wentz, who, is trying to make a name for himself. You got Dak Prescott with a hurt shoulder. You got the Jekyll and Hyde Cowboys. Nobody knows. You can think that you know, but you don't really know. I thought the Cowboys would win last week, but I didn't think they would blow them out like that. Nobody knows. A couple of weeks ago, people thought San Francisco was going to be the number one seed in the NFC. They might end up being the 5th seed in the NFC just a couple of weeks later. That's the great thing about football. Is, Mark, you have a serious question. Abdul, what's your question, man? Shoot. This is more of the defense than on Dak. Well, here's the thing. On paper, this should not be a contest. If the Cowboys lose, this is a disgrace. I'm sorry. No disrespect to the Eagles, but the Eagles will be the first one to tell you. They are beat up. Their offensive line is decimated. Their secondary is garbage. Their quarterback has nobody to throw to. But it's football. You could have a couple of calls that go your way and a fumble. Riff Repeater, thank you very much. Has there been a Philly sighting? Yeah, Philly's still there, man. But Abdul said he had a question. And see, yeah, you're right. It's a divisional game. Throw all that stuff out the window, because anything can happen, because the teams really know each other. Is he still okay? Please, everybody, understand. Philly and I are friends. Okay? This stuff, this trash talking back and forth, it's not personal. And we're not mad at each other, okay? It's YouTube, okay? I didn't say I gave up on the Cowboys. I was pissed off. I gave up on Jason Garrett. I'll be the first one to say that, because, you can't look at the performance that the Dallas Cowboys had against the Bears and compare it to the performance they had against the Rams. When you give up 19 missed tackles, to me, I'm sorry, that team looked like they gave up. You can't honestly say that was a full effort that was given by that defense and that team. That team was like, I don't give a rat's ass. You're worried about Azuzi getting burned by Ertz. Well, that's the key. That's the one guy that you look at and you say, we're not going to let Zach Ertz beat us. They got a backup running back. They got 2 healthy wide receivers. You take away Zach Ertz. I'm still looking for the question from Abdul. What was the question from Abdul? Oh, I broke your... Okay, so Abdul, okay, so I did see your question. How can a diehard fan say that? Are you married? Do you have a wife? I would not trade my wife in for nobody. I mean, nobody. I love my wife and the ground that she walks on. But sometimes there's some things that, I ain't happy about. I'm not excited about. And I damn don't like. It's all part of a relationship. And the effort that I saw in that game was, like I said, it looked like a team that just said, I don't care. And when you, as a fan, and like I said, listen, it's Friday. That costs money. The wiring to run in here, that costs money. Everything you see in here, buying it, spending my money, I give full effort. I don't half step when it comes to my Cowboys. When I do a fundraiser and you guys end up donating money so Justin can go have a dream trip, I turn around, I've got shot glasses that are coming tomorrow, spread the mojo that I'm sending out to fans. I'm giving full effort for that. I'm sorry. What I saw from that team with the talent that they had, the abilities that they had to show up and let Mitch Trubisky, a guy who they were like, we need to leave him on the side of the road. Yeah, we moved up to take him in the draft, but we need to replace him. To make that guy look like a Pro Bowler? To miss 19 tackles? Like, sorry, Abdul. I'm sorry. You got to call it like it is. That was bad. That was pathetic. That was putrid. JB, I don't hate your message. It wasn't me. Don't forget defending the screen pass will be big struggles of the Cowboys needs Randy White. Yeah, well, Randy White. I tell you what, Randy White looked like he could still play. Little Sweet, what's up? Dino 1342, Big Ed, all the way from Iowa. How you doing, man? That thing about assessing all the cool paraphernalia you get old is the stuff somebody else has to go through when they die. Somebody else has to go through it all? Oh, I don't have to worry about that. Michael's got it all. He's got it all. He's already like, I want that. I want this. Like, listen, your sisters don't want it. My wife doesn't want it. It's all yours. Shout out to Iowa. So, hell, they could come in here probably do an auction because some of this stuff is pretty good stuff. I mean, the banner signed by Tom Landry. I got, Roger Staubach's autographed jersey. I've got a sideline pass signed by Lynn Barney, Bill Sims, and Barry Sanders the day that they retired the number. Come on, man. I've got the football gods up there, thanks to Joseph Heatherly, that are signed by Drew Pearson and Randy White. I don't think it'll be if that's the only problem I have when I die, we're in good shape. Wish I had some of that stuff. Well, Antoine Woods was definitely looking good after. I don't know. That was his best game of the season, man. He was blowing up. Blowing up. Blowing up. I hope he's blowing up. The Eagles. Oh, I see some more Eagle fans out here. We've got so many that are coming in to give us so much love. Thank you, Eagle fans. I appreciate the love and respect that you give me. Got an early Christmas for. Oh, let me see what this is. Somebody sent me a message that we got an early Christmas present. Refresh this. This little computer is very slow. Nice size, but very slow. really slow today. Okay. It's like it's sleep. Oh, he got an early Christmas present. Wow, he's got like some metalwork Cowboys art. Nice. What's the latest on Lane Johnson? Did not practice today. Was not in the practice field. Although they said don't count him out because 50% of Lane Johnson is better than anything else they have on the roster. Rush is better than Dak Prescott. Apparently, you've been hanging out with Antoine Woods. Yep. That boy Cooper Rush. That boy Cooper Rush. He's good. That boy better than Dak Prescott. Antoine Myers, thank you for the super chat. Mark, I don't dislike you. I have differences of opinion, but incognito asking for it. So excuse my wait a minute. Incognito's asking for it, so excuse my message. I have my own views. I got no problem with that. See, now listen, Incognito, don't block him. Now he doesn't believe that Dak Prescott's the guy, and that's fine. I understand this. I don't expect people, and I don't want people that just are yes people that are like Markites. Anything Mark says, let's follow. Yeah, Mark. No, listen. It's actually better to have people that have a difference of opinion because what it'll actually do is make you think differently and think outside the box. If you think that your idea is the perfect idea and everything else, it might not be. There may be better things that are out there and better solutions to a problem, but you never will know if you're also one-sided. The best thing is you have your opinion, I have my opinion. We talk together and we might end up coming up with something that's even better for everybody involved. And that's the problem that we have today is people, if you don't agree with me, F you. You're a piece of trash. I'm not going to listen. Nothing gets done. Time out for a bit, Sammy. Tony Romo went undrafted. Yeah, but you know what? The Dallas Cowboys have gotten luckier. And maybe it's because we had such bad luck for a while. I mean, when you think about, the Quincy Carters, the Anthony Wrights, the Drew Hensons and things, we went through a whole slew. I mean, not as bad as, say, Cleveland or the Redskins, but we went through our share of bad quarterbacks. To luck out and get a Tony Romo who was undrafted? Think about the Redskins gave up. I appreciate that, Antoine. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the super chat. Think about the Redskins went out and gave up 1, 2, 3 number ones and a second to get RG3. Got one good year out of him, and that was it. Period. Think about every year that the Jets have. Excuse me, Jets. The Jets have drafted their share of busts too, but the Cleveland Browns have went out and tried to get a quarterback in the first round. You could go through the long laundry list of guys that are stiff, and they thought they had one with Baker Mayfield, who all of a sudden has turned into a Cleveland Brown quarterback. Little touchdown. How you doing? Psychological welfare on the Eagles. Could be. You know what? Dak's got his master's degree in psychology. I honestly look at the play that they say he got hurt on, and I don't see it. I don't see. I don't see, and that could be. I got no problem. It don't take much to psych out an Eagle. So thank you for the super chat. Now I forgot what I was talking about. But no, I don't have any beef with somebody that disagrees with me. The only thing I get a beef with is when people come out and just say, do the personal. I'm not into personal attacks. And see, that's where, Philly and I we go at each other's team and everything else and all that, but it's not personal. We understand that. Other people are a little bit different. I think Malcolm Smith, with Thomas hurt, with Gifford hurt, Sean Lee with a sore pec, he probably definitely will get some playing time. Yeah, I think we need to play more Tony Pollard because you can see Zeke Elliott. He's going out. He's not having to say, "I need a break. I need a blow." He's coming out there with full burst. Let's win out and get this. But the only thing is, you win out. You might be bringing back Jason Garrett. Oh, we have a bet going on. If he wins, he's going to give me a list of Philadelphia Eagle fans that have been blocked. Block. As he says, let my people troll. If the Cowboys win, he's got to get a Dak Prescott jersey, and he's got to say, Carson Wentz stinks. Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFC East, and Carson Wentz stinks. So that's where it is. It's kind of funny because people think there's a real beef between me and Philly, right? So I did the video earlier today, and I used a clip from South Park in the middle of it. It was the craziest thing. Okay, listen. I went to bed last night. My shoulder, my rotator cuff has been killing me. My back feels like I got a knife in the side of it, and the doctor gave me a different prescription medication. It says be careful taking too much of the ibuprofen because it's going to end up messing up your stomach lining. Great. So I took a different one last night, and I was knocked out, but I woke up, and the TV was still on, and South Park was on. And it was the craziest thing because it was, I don't normally watch South Park, so I don't even know the character's name. But there was one guy who's going to the other guy's door, and he's kind of present and stuff, and he's trying to make amends and things, and the guy's just like having a fit. I've got a wife, I got kids, I don't want to do that, I don't want to troll with you, and everything. And it was about trolling. And I swear, the guy who went through the door, he had a blue hat on, and I was like, that's me. The other guy's Philly 500. So I thought it was funny. So I recorded it last night at 3:45 in the morning. And so trying to make light of the situation, I put a clip of me, and then I put that, and I put the end of that on there. And I said, when trolling goes wrong, I've lost my friend Philly 500. And I guess people are commenting without actually watching the video. Because I had somebody who commented and they said, man, is Philly really that soft? It's like, did you watch the video? Had another person said, it's okay. We lose friends all the time, and, you'll be better off without having lost that friend. I was like, did you watch the video? Had another person said, you shouldn't worry about stuff like that. It will give you heart trouble, your blood pressure. And it's like, did you watch the video? Because it's pretty funny. It's really funny. So before you comment on something, watch the video first. Just saying. The video is on my site. It's I just posted it like 2 hours ago. And you see the people who actually saw it, you'll see smiley faces and hilarious and laughing and stuff. The ones who didn't, you'll see, oh my God, Mark, I'm sorry you lost your friend. It's like, dude, I didn't lose him. It is Philly 500 versus Jobu. When trolling goes wrong, I've lost my friend. That's the title of it. So it just went out about an hour before I came on the live stream, and I thought it was pretty funny. But understand, listen, it's just YouTube. Don't take this stuff personal. Don't take it serious. Oh my God. Well, I had to cut that up because there were some other parts to that I didn't want to put out there because they were trolling by putting dildos in people's mouths and something like that. So I was like, let me cut that part out. Okay. Hey, listen. But Daniel, here's the thing though. Jason Garrett has been kicking the Eagles' ass, especially Doug Peterson. Seriously, that's the one team that you look at and say he's got the Eagles. Hey, Bobby Ice, what's going on, man? Peoples Aguilar, how you doing? Dallas needs to win and build with momentum. Yeah, you know what? If we don't, whoa, did somebody else do another I must have missed one. Did I miss one? Damn, somebody just do a $10 super chat. Where did that come from? Lord Brunson or Philly 500? Oh, 500 is better without a doubt. Philly 500 is he's my dog. You better not say anything bad about Philly 500 because he is my buddy. Is that Philly 500 is a good man? Thank you, Johnny 01. Philly 500 is a good man. Some people need to lay off his ass. He knows Dallas is better team right now, with or without Dak. Thank you very much, Johnny 01. Listen, if Philly didn't live on the West Coast, he'd be over here at my house hanging out. And that's the honest fact, because he's actually really cool people. I've met a lot of other YouTubers that are, like damn, I can't think. Bird Gang. Met him at Redskins training camp. He's cool people too. In fact, I've told him if he wants to come by for the game, I'm putting it out there. I don't have his phone number right now. He can come by for the game. I got no problem with him. It's kind of a community of guys you get to know. Official America's team just mentioned you in their comments. Okay. What's up? Keep up the good Cowboys for life. I appreciate that, man. I'm actually gonna end this stream, but tonight we'll go for a few more minutes. But make sure you tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, for our regular live stream. I mean, this is it, man. This is for all the cookies. I'll slap you. I'm out of Dallas life. Easy money against these birds. No, there's no. We're talking about the Cowboys. Ain't no such thing as easy. Good stream. Hey, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Been letting down America's T20. You're right about that. I can't disagree with that. Why avoid my chat where Dallas would be without Elliott? Right retweet, and there are 3 top receivers at this point. Why avoid my chat? Where would Dallas be without Elliott, right tackle, and their top 3 receivers at this point? Yes, and where would the Eagles be without Carson Wentz at this point? Where would New England be without their defense? Where would Baltimore be without Lamar Jackson? Your point? So you got players, and here's where you must be an Eagle fan. I love how you guys cry poor. You guys are so, let's see, look, Philly 500 just, from those of you guys think that we hate each other, Philly 500 just texted me and said, I just finished today's video. Let's get ready to hit. It's coming out. It's coming out. It'll be after I get my kids. So, he even asked me yesterday, dude, or this morning, because it was crazy. Now, see, Philly's up there talking about me calling him at all hours of the night. But see, here's the thing. I was down here at 8 o'clock this morning. I'm on the East Coast, okay? There's a time difference between East Coast and West Coast, right? It's 8 o'clock here. Philly sends me a text, and he's like, dude, he said, do you have a hard time buying Christmas shopping for your wife? I'm like, are you a married man? Every man has a hard time Christmas shopping for his wife. But he's on the West Coast. He's texting me at 5 a.m. Then he talking about me. Mark Holmes, I don't have time. Man, I'm taking care of my matrimonial duties here. Yeah, okay, okay. Now, anyway, he's my boy. And there's no beef between the two of us, okay? We are having fun because this is Eagles Cowboys week. This is what you live for. This is why you lift all those weights. This is why you go through all that crap for games like this. And instead of being depressed and sad and all that, let's enjoy this. Can we have fun? And did I miss Abdul? Thank you very much for that super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. Trying to see. Abdul Admin. Admin. I'm sorry. I'm a name butcher. I suck with read names, so forgive me. But I appreciate that super chat. But I'm hyped. I'm excited, and I'm ready to go. So hopefully we'll get some more good news on our Cowboys. It seems like everybody's going to be good to go to play. I'm going to keep working on the man cave here because I want this place to be special when my buddy Joseph Heatherly gets here. And of course tonight, I hope you guys tune in for our live stream. I appreciate all the support and everything else. And hopefully our Dallas Cowboys can finally start being the team that we expected them to be with a big victory against the Eagles. If not, then change gonna come. I'm Mark Holmes. I'll see you tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. I'm coming for you, Philly. Philly, 500. Don't forget, brother. Brother, we got the bet to end all bets. And one of us is going to look like a jackass. And I'm saying, brother, I don't think it's going to be me. I think it's going to be you.